nothing left to do but to crank over those engines, gearheads, because 'tis none other than us, the Lugnutz Podcast.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on Lugnutz, recorded December 2025. We're down to the end. Recalls. Lots of recalls. The promise of a V6. And GM works on stuff. That and more on this week's Lugnutz.
Enjoy the show. Drive on Lugnutz.
Why don't you drive on over here? I set my axe to the side. And we want you to hop on over to Facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast. And that's where you're going to find all of our luggy and nutty polished content coming to you ever so slightly behind, just like our main website, PJandwh.com. And that's where you're going to find all of our content from Matt Plays, Matt Cast, Lugnutz, and more. Always popping up here, just like our first story will pop up here.
A few issues over at Ford. Your tailgate might fall off.
Wow, that's a problem.
Roughly a little more than 100,000 vehicles of the U.S. due to improperly secured tailgate hinge.
Damn.
2020 to 2022 Escape, 2025 Escape. They will reinstall and you'll get a working part.
Yeah, maybe a new hinge. That hinge comes off at the wrong time, man.
I can just imagine it coming off in traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Ruining some. It won't ruin your. Well, it will ruin your day because it's your tailgate and your insurance.
Well, yeah, but it's going to just
It'll
fly
ruin someone
off,
else's.
and it's going to hit a Maserati. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not going to be a cheap car.
One of those
Yeah.
expensive curved windshields.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to be cheap, dude. It's not going to be cheap. So it's best to just call your Ford dealer on that one. You don't want to be, sitting there and
They
have a final destination happen. The fucking back part comes off, and all of a sudden there goes little Sally's head.
They also have other issues. Lincoln MKT 2016-2019 vehicles, the driver and passenger B-pillar trim could detach, increasing the risk of a crash.
Oh. Okay. B-pillar trim.
Yep. You know how dangerous that B-pillar trim is?
That's this one. It's
that one.
what it pops. What is it? Hit you in the face or
B with the back ones.
C and
Yeah.
D if you have an SUV. So the one right next to you. I mean, I guess like if it pops off, you're like, oh my god, my eye! What the?
Ah!
Oh, it's like all of a sudden it's that Burt Kreischer bit with the spitball.
Ah!
What the? And that may be, definitely unsafe. Definitely unsafe. I mean,
little bit.
The trim panel, tape it down. You can wait. You can wait on that one. But the tailgate, you definitely, you're definitely gonna watch that one.
You might want to watch this next story. This one I read.
There we go.
This one I read. GM's working on a nice two-stroke. A two-stroke engine. They want to add it as a range extender.
Okay. For
But the thing is, with two-stroke engines, that I've learned that not everybody, motorcycle companies don't always have the money to put into a new two-stroke.
Yeah.
It's not really the most important thing.
Right.
They don't really have the excess, but General Motors does. They're working on recent patent filings, the two-stroke design, a moving sleeve sitting between the cylinder wall and the piston. The sleeve shifts the sink with the piston, opening the intake, sealing up the combustion, and then opening again for exhaust.
Interesting.
There's go down to the.
That's very interesting.
There should be.
Okay,
there you go.
yeah.
It looks like
This, right above my head. So that
there.
Okay. All right. That's different.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I don't like about it. It's definitely different, though.
GM described it as fraying. The rings, which in an odd way solving one of the biggest mechanical fails in traditional smokers.
Okay.
Like I said, they want to use it for range extenders, or maybe, just maybe, they'll make a motorcycle. I mean, you're
Okay.
making a two-stroke, so...
Because that's how your range extender does not work, by having all those moving parts. That does it. You know.
Just one extra part that moves up and down with the thingamajig.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, I mean,
If a giant like GM can prove the two-stroke can meet modern emission standards and durability with these extra parts.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, especially meeting emission standards on a two-stroke.
It could open the door that has been shut for decades on the old two-stroke.
Yeah, with tighter emissions regulations, you know, you got to watch out what you're putting in things. And, you know, that's where if you don't want it to be an EV, you're going to have to figure out something for the two-stroke. I mean, especially with especially with the EVs and the hybrids. They're making the engines smaller. So if you could figure out a nice two-stroke, pop it in a light car with an EV hybrid system in there, that's a cheap, affordable car you could push out as long as it's reliable.
Yep, they're also trying to work on it so it doesn't, so it reduces unburned hydrocarbons and it doesn't eat piston rings.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Don't want.
that's what I was concerned with. Like, oh, you're having a slide in there? Like, what about your piston rings, man? Ugh.
They're going to need some fixing.
Watch the material you put in there, because that was infamously the problem that Acura and a lot of people did with oil consumption is they changed the material they used for their piston oil rings, and it just built carbon and burned everything.
Well, they're building a picture where you can have bikes that didn't exist years ago, lightweight endurance bikes with dual sport and pass emission standards without losing all that punch.
Yeah, and that's the key right there, is not losing any of the punch there, because that's what you're driving it for. You want it to have a little pep in its step.
Small displacement street bikes with absurd power-to-weight ratio, or even a hybrid motorcycle with a tiny little two-stroke.
Yeah. Whatever you need.
This is the future.
Oh, yeah.
Or the future could be this next story.
I've had it about 4 years. It's got now it's got 30,000 original miles on it.
Wow.
Most of the paint's original.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Interior, most of that's original.
Mm-hmm.
I got all my crap in there now, but.
Oh, that's great.
And 73, guy that was living in Virginia got sick of those hot Virginia summers, so they put in a Montgomery Ward roll-on air conditioner.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It still blows cold with Freon from 1973.
Wow.
It's got the big block
Oh, my God.
361 Golden Commando engine in it.
I'm
Most of the original paint.
I'm just jealous of how cold it'll get in that car with that Freon.
It's pretty cold pretty quickly.
Oh, my gosh. Very nice. And it's even down to the nice chrome. Everything just looks so perfect, just like you would want it to. And everything original in there, that looks
The
so
chrome's
great.
all original too. I haven't done anything except mechanical work. I did a lot of mechanical work.
Well,
It sat for 35 years, which
yeah.
I always say the good thing is it sat for 35 years.
Yeah.
The bad thing is it sat
Sat
for
for
35
35 years, yeah.
All the brake system got to be going through, all wheel cylinders, master cylinder, every
Right.
brake line.
Yeah.
And then the front end needed some work. And then just a tune-up and
Suspension components, rubber bushing, stuff like that.
right. That
Yeah.
was the main issue with the front end.
Yeah.
I drove it around with a wonky front end for a while, and it's not that different because I mean
Yeah.
the thing's a boat anyway. But
Right. Yeah.
it's fun.
Oh, yeah. I had an old Cutlass, an 89 Cutlass Sierra, and it had a broken rear sway bar. And I drove it like that until the rear cross member snapped. And it was just had that old boat feel to it. Just don't accelerate too fast. And it was fine. But that's the one thing. You get these old cars, as soon as you replace the rubber bushings, drive it like an old car, and it'll drive for many miles. Very
It's got
fantastic car.
305 horsepower and manual drum brakes. And if you look
Oh,
here,
yeah.
you can see the oil change stickers from when it was new.
Oh, yeah, right in there. That is great. Wow. Oh yeah, a nice touch that shows the love and care that you put into the car, and I hope it keeps driving for many more miles,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is so great. Fantastic cars here. Ah, and it's so nice. All the little subtleties that used to be put into the cars, the chrome strips, the beautiful, beautiful black paint job.
This one is not a recall.
Oh.
So, Honda and Acura owners of 2023, 2024, Honda CRV and 2019 to 2023 RDX owners are having rear shattered windows.
Yeah. Yeah, I've known about this one for a while.
HRV, the sealer used to secure the glass, may come in contact with the defrosting heating element, which can make it hot and it will weaken the glass over time.
Mm-hmm.
Automaker has launched a voluntary product update campaign to replace the faulty window, but it's not a recall, says Honda.
I see a class action lawsuit.
Honda
coming.
claims it's because it's not the tempered glass doesn't break into large pieces, as you see here.
Oh, I still see a class action lawsuit coming because even from my time at Acura, I have literally had people complain about this, and I was just told it's not a problem, it's not a thing, it's not. There's nothing wrong with the windshield. That's on them. They have to pay for it. Blah, blah, blah. That was one, not just one instance, but many instances. So I see a class action lawsuit. That's just from my experience here. You know what I'm saying? Because you're actively telling customers, this is not our fault. This is not our fault. And now you're coming out now. I'm telling you, years later. I heard for years, and I would not be surprised if people were still having this problem like they are. I heard it, and that's just so wild that it's now a reported problem. So they're not saying it's a recall. Not a recall. But if you've had this issue, hey, we got to fix now. Meanwhile, people have already fixed their rear windows. They've already paid for it out of pocket. One guy it happened to twice. I mean, he's like, I didn't do anything.
I believe you, but look, Honda has other problems.
You know what I mean?
Get the,
Oh.
button. As of November 17th, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said Honda has other problems. 256,603 vehicles, because of software flaw, can lose power and the car could crash.
God damn it. Wow. Yeah, they got other problems, all right.
So
No,
it's
fuck
gonna
the windshield in the
update
back.
Forget the back. The whole car could crash. The windshield will still be, the back windshield
still
will
be cracked.
still be broken.
What? Somebody run into the back of you and drive off? No, that happened before.
2023 to 2025 Honda Accord hybrid vehicles.
Okay.
Software, the dealers will update it free of charge.
Okay.
They will send out a letter to owners January 5th.
Okay.
Let me go back.
Yeah.
Let me just go back to the beginning of the story. That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
November 17th, they posted. January 5th, they'll let you know.
Don't crash.
November to January. So your car could fail between November and January, but they'll let you know after January.
Wow. I mean,
That's just when they'll be sent out, so I assume you'll get it somewhere after that. This is also a bigger problem. Honda recalled more than 400,000 vehicles because of a separate vehicle that could cause the wheels to detach.
oh my God. Honda is falling apart over there. They are really having problems.
They also had another vehicle issue with 259,000 vehicles because the brake pedal could come off. Honda,
you guys
are
getting,
supposed to be really good at putting cars together.
Now,
You guys are supposed to be good at this. What are you doing over there?
did they start replacing some of their factory workers with machines? Is that the problem? They haven't switched to machines? Like, where's the problem here? I mean, brake pedals, wheels, rear windshields, and, oh yeah, the software being wrong, so the car just fucking dies at the wrong time. That's a lot of problems right there for Honda right now, especially to end out the year.
Let's turn to something nicer, something Italian. Well, it used to be, right?
Yeah.
Used to
Back
be
in the
Italian.
day.
Now it's just Stellantis.
Yeah.
So it's a Jeep or a Dodge with a fancy bodywork. But Alfa keeps promising for years that the Quadrifoglio is a farewell. Launching a super sport special edition, the last appearance, because they're having trouble moving on, probably because of the V6. Stellantis is revising the course, and they're going backwards to the V6.
And it's not to be said, that electric motors or, even a more powerful motor or underpowered motor. It's not to say that they're not good.
Electric is kind of the problem why they're going back. They tried to go, electric!
Yeah.
But on second thought,
there's something.
We can't go that way. It's really...
There's just something
tough.
about a V6, though. When you got a V6 under the hood, you got the power.
It's so much.
Cracking out of all the torques they crammed in there, and just wants to go out.
They initially wanted to sell EVs, but they're now re-engineering their EVs to add a combustion engine. So hybrids it is. This is the way a lot of people have gone this year. The last year, they were all about, hey, EVs, but now it's not so much hey.
Well, maybe the third world countries and the children digging up the battery material for your batteries kind of started to kink on their morality a little.
That will.
Or maybe they don't have any of the electronic parts.
Next generation got Gallardo and Stelvio still coming to grips, probably because they can't make this one. Then they're still trying to put a combustion engine into their EV. And I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. You just Frankenstein that stuff.
Yeah, somehow.
The new special edition, they are limiting it to 63.
Oh.
Of each type.
Well, especially for
the RBO and whatever they're called.
But if you're making something limited, or a special trim line, make that thing limited. Don't go making 1 million of them. 69, sure, kinky number, but if that's what you want to do,
they will be getting a twin turbo 2.9 liter V6 engine with Ferrari DNA. Returns delivering the same 513 horsepower and 442 torques.
That's the kink that'll get you there. That's kinky enough of an engine for you.
Giglio is 10 years old.
Okay.
So, next generation Giglio and Stelvio won't come till 2028.
Okay.
Just like Grand Theft Auto.
But it's practically around the corner.
Sure, they haven't announced any delays yet, but I'm skeptical.
It's like tomorrow, practically.
It is. It's just like tomorrow. Just like today, if you want to tap over to our fancy internet Facebook boxes.
We want you to tap on over here to facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast. And that's where you're going to find all of our luggy and nutty polished content coming to you ever so slightly behind. And of course, we want you to hop on over to our main website of pjandwh.com. And that's where you're going to find all of our great content, including Maccast, Lugnutz, and more. It also has a little trailer up there on our YouTubes for Delco or Bust, the icon behind us. Coming next year, just like I promised, everything is wrapping up nicely for that. So I guess to end off this podcast, it doesn't matter if you drive a Honda. Well, it does kind of matter if you drive a Honda, especially.
If you do drive your Honda, check the brake pedal and check if the wheels are going to fall. I guess you can't check that. Good luck.
But nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week.
Good segue.
Oop, that was a good
segue.
segue. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on.
Well, the honorable mention, something with the bolt.
Yeah.
There's a story out there that I thought was great.
Transformative story. about the Bolt.
Sure,
They're
it's-
EVs.
yeah, something.
Transforming like a Decepticon out there.
I don't know what it's something they're trying to sell it. They don't want you to talk about it.
You know, Bolts be Bolton. That's Michael Bolton. That's how Bolton they are.
They'd be Bolton, but they'd be not a well, whatever.
Yeah. But of course, until we see you next time, remember, we love you, we miss you, and we'll see you then. Drive on, gearheads. Bye-bye.
GM Chevy Bolt.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't have this one. I didn't read this one.
The Bolt?
I didn't read it.
Oh.
I don't have notes on this one. I forgot to read it. The Bolt is it's going live for configuration, and I marked it. I didn't read the story. I don't know. The Bolt's doing something, and
They got a tremendous EV deal going.
it's tremendous. Apparently, I thought it was when I skimmed it the first time. I thought it was important enough, but I forgot to read it. Look, the end of the year is coming. Christmas is coming, and I don't know. I forgot to read it. The Bolt, they're doing something. You're not allowed to talk about anything goes wrong still, probably, but
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
So let's go to a story that I read.
Oh, so first race
Next,
was Kotar, right?
next to the last race was
Yeah.
a big race for Williams.
Oh my God, yeah.
Signs, podiuming.
Yeah.
That's huge for Williams. That's more points than they get in the last 5 years.
And it's not something
Well-
you would expect from them. So
You would not, but you would expect it from Signs. So
well, yeah, signs. Even
that was huge for him.
he didn't
and
do bad
Williams.
this season.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, especially when you're looking at it, I think signs he really kind of pulled out there. The Williams, really surprising, but you know, the top wasn't really shocking. You know, battle for first, an ongoing battle this season. It's been a really good season, especially with all of the back and forth. It's starting off with very strong with, you know, McLaren and then Red Bull coming out of nowhere in the back end here. You know, Max, we don't really like to tout up here, but it's kind of still undeniable at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Just like the on-pointness of you hitting that subscribe button, like and comment below. Right above my head is the very best Perjangers and Wallhangers video for you. And, of course, right above Big Brother's head is every single Lugnutz podcast in a playlist. And, of course, until we see you next time, drive on.